Out of polymer bundles again. Oxium mysteriously vanished from my inventory. Yeah, we've all been there. Farming resources in Warframe can feel like a chore, but it doesn't have to be. I did the research, so you don't have to, and in this video, I'll show you the most efficient ways to farm key materials without wasting hours of your time. But before we jump into specific farming spots, let's quickly go over all the ways you can boost your resource gains. Just like with credits, most of these stack, so the more you combine, the better your haul. Let's start with the two main boosters. The resource booster, straightforward, this doubles all your resource pickups, and then there's the resource drop chance booster, increases the chance that you get resources. You can grab these boosters at the market for 40 to 200 platinum, depending on your duration. You occasionally get them from login rewards, sorties, Argon hunts, or the 1999 calendar. Now yes, there is a double resource weekend, but that's about as real as in Inaros main in 2025. The last one was over 2 years ago, don't wait around for it. You also get temporary boosters from cracking open relics, a resource boost between 25 to 100%, and yes, it stacks with everything else and lasts for the entire mission. Another boost is the Resource Drop Chance Blessing. Any MR30 player or Legendary rank player can activate this at a relay, giving everyone present a 25% drop chance boost for 3 hours. Pair this with a drop chance booster and your returns get real spicy. Sadly, this meter Kavat no longer doubles resources, but don't worry, non-robotic companions like Kavats, Kubros, Ultrafilers can still run Resourceful Retriever and Loyal Retriever. These give you a 12 to 18% chance to double resource gains, best paired with loot frames. Speaking of loot frames, here's a quick breakdown of which warframes give you more loot. The first type, loot on kill, that would be Korra with Pilfering Strangledome, or Hydroid with Pilfering Swarm. Then we have loot from corpses, that would be Necros with Desecrate, or the Chaser Kubro. Then we have loot from petrified enemies, that would be Atlas. And lastly, we have Ivara, which steals loot from enemies while she is invisible. Keep in mind, loot types don't stack. What does this mean? Basically, a Korra and a Hydroid won't double your loot, but a Korra plus a Necros, that will double. Another indirect boost, Nova. Nova speeds up enemies. Yeah, that explains itself. Faster kills, faster loot. So your ideal squad could look something like Korra, Necros, a Speed Nova, and then whatever you want in your 4th slot, an Atlas, a Wisp, whatever, it's up to you. If you're not doing a survival mission and just need a burst of resources, try out Zaku or Limbo with a container nuke build. This is usually just stack up range as high as you can and repeatedly spam the 4th ability. Before we get into it, I want to quickly say this is a no-nonsense guide. I'm just gonna name where you can best farm them and maybe say a thing or two about it, and that's gonna be it. Let's start with common resources, the ones that you should never be short on. If you are, there's something really weird going on, or you crafted way too much unnecessary stuff. Let's start off with alloy plates. What's the best farm for these? It's either Gabi or Draco on Ceres. Both are reliable and consistent. On top of that, they're packed with enemies that drop alloy plates fairly often. Then we have Ferrite. You got 2 solid options here, Kalash in a Neptune, which is a survival, or Hepit in a Void, which is a capture mission and requires a container nuke. Next up we have Nano Spores. You usually have more of these than you know what to do with, but if you're out, your best bet is a Bile on Eris or Tellurium on Deimos. Both are infested survival missions with a good drop density. And last on the list, we have Salvage. Once again, this is not something you usually farm, but if you need to, Chimera on Jupiter or Wahiba on Mars should be your best bet for this. Now that we covered the common resources, let's head over to the uncommon ones. The resources that you'll constantly need and probably run out of the most. Most of these are gained from survival missions, captures or excavations, so keep that in mind. First, we have circuits. These can be farmed on Gabi on Ceres, or Malva on Venus. Gabi's a Dark Sector survival, or if you'd rather have a Corpus tile set, Malva on Venus is also Dark Sector survival. Then we have Cryotic. These are easy. Any excavation will do. No matter where you go, the Cryotic is going to be the same. The only thing that's going to affect it is the mod Resourceful Retriever, because it can actually proc on the excavator itself. Then we have Hexenon. Your go-to missions are going to be Chimera, Io, or Ganymede, all on Jupiter. Each of them has a great drop density, and since Hexenon is enemy dropped, you'll want high spawn rates. Then we have Plastids. There's 2 methods here. If you're done with survivals, you can go to Deimos and do a container nuking threat, Or, if you want to do survival and want just a huge quantity of them, Uranus survival is gonna be the best. I'm talking about either Ophelia or Azure, and as a bonus, you're gonna farm Polymerbundles and Plastids at the same time, so you will cover 2 birds with 1 stone. And as I just said, Polymerbundles, same spot as Plastids. You farm this on Ophelia or Azure on Uranus. Like I said, these two are linked. If you're farming one, might as well farm the other. And last on the list, we have Rubedo. You usually don't farm these unless you're really new to the game. Your best choice is gonna be either Sugma or Stickney on Phobos. Let's be honest, you probably don't need them. For the second to last category, we have rare resources plus research mats, as the wiki calls them. These are the resources that only drop in specific spots and are a pain in the ass to actually farm. Most of the time, either running survivals with a loot frame or speedrunning captures with a container nuke is gonna be your best strategy. First, we have control modules. The best farm for this is gonna be Hepit or Uko in the Void. Both are capture missions, just use Zako Limbo the container nuke, finish in under 5 minutes, and repeat. Then we have Gallium. Here you got 3 options, either Mars Ara, which is a capture, so container nuking, or Ophelia or Azure on Uranus for pure enemy drop farming in survival. An Optimus squad in Uranus will easily outperform the solo capture runs, but do with that whatever you want. Survival is very mind-numbing. Then we have neural sensors. Here you got 2 choices, either Chimeria for survival or Themisto, the assassination, both on Jupiter. If you can blitz through LLV with a Titania Wukong, you might prefer that over the longer commitment of a survival mission, but keep in mind, the LLV drop is RNG and Alad doesn't always drop them, it's like a 50-50. You either get them or you don't. Next up, we have Neurodes. Need a bunch of these, go to Zabala on Eris. Need just a few, try Isos the capture on Eris, that's fast and clean. Then we have Orokin Cells, farm them on Gabi on Ceres, or Helene the defense on Saturn, or if you want a change of pace, run a capture mission with Zako Limbo. All 3 methods are solid. Then we have Tellurium, the pain point of most newer players. This only drops in archering missions or Uranus missions with an archering tileset. But please, do yourself a favor and farm this in Ophelia on Uranus. It drops from enemies and the drop rates are way better than solo archering missions. For context, in the archering I got 4, and in Ophelia 5 minutes I got 14. So yeah, do with that what you will. Then we have Entrati Lanthorns. Farm these with a container nuke on the Saruman. I recommend Exterminate for the fastest method and for the most consistent results. Then we have Nitain Extract. I'm not sure if the in-game farming method still exists. It was an old one, Sabotage in the Void. I just checked. Yes, it does still exist. Yes, there's multiple locations, but all the drop rates are so abysmal that you don't farm them. Just don't bother with it. Just buy these from the Nightwave store with credits. If you're short, go do some Nightwave challenges and stock up. It's not worth the headache trying to get it any other way. Then we have Oxium. You farm either Io, the defense, or Alara, the survival on Jupiter. Both are solid choices. I personally lean towards Alara, but Io might feel smoother for some people to run. Then we got the 3 research materials, Detonite Ampules. You get these from Gabi Ceres, or Piskinas, I'm sorry if I butchered that, on Saturn. The Dark Sector survivals with a 35% resource upgrades boost. Add a boost on top of that and you're golden. Then Fieldron Samples, run Wahiba on Mars or Kelashin on Neptune. Both are decent picks. Pick whichever of the tiles that you like more. And lastly, Mutagen Samples. There's only one real option here, Tellurium on Deimos. Don't bother with these on Eris, the drop rates are awful in comparison. That covered most of the rare resources. Yes, I left out some. Now we're gonna talk about those that are left out. And I'm talking about Bile resources. This is usually the miscellaneous batch, harder to get, useless often, but still important if you're filling out your foundry. First off, we have the Argon crystals. The best way to farm these is the void capture missions, Hepit or Uko. Using a container nuke, don't farm this in survival, not worth it, and you're gonna get control modules on the side. Then we have Morphics. You either run Ara on Mars with a nuking frame, or go to Sugma on Phobos, both are pretty efficient. Then we have Effervon Samples, super easy to run 1999 exterminations with a container nuke build, that's it. Then we have Isos, found in Corpus Railjack missions, do the skirmishes, nothing fancy here, just run those. Then we have Ticor Plates. Any Railjack mission drops them, but skirmish is your best bet. Then we have Voidgel Orbs, Zehraman loot exclusive, container nuke, that's it. just run the examination and you'll get some. Then we have Thermal Sludge, head to Fortuna, run to a major base, use a nuking frame, Sako Limbo once again, clear out everything, reload the map, and repeat. It's a bit grindy, but you're gonna get plenty. Then we have any of the Duviri Resources. There's no consistent way to farm these. Just play Duviri content and you're gonna getting some along the way. And second and last, we have Nav Coordinates. These are dropped basically anywhere. Just play missions and you'll accumulate plenty over time. And lastly, we have Stela. You farm these on Munio, in the Sanctum Anatomica, the mirror defense. It's a bit mind-numbing, play a few rounds and reload. That's all there is to it. But you're gonna get plenty to infuse more Argon shots. Before we wrap things up, if this video felt a bit quote-unquote rushed, that's because honestly there isn't a lot more to say without dragging this video out for no reason. I could stretch it into a 30-minute rant, but why waste your and my time on it? I love no-nonsense guides, and that's why it might have felt rushed. If a resource wasn't mentioned here, it's likely because it falls under event only, extremely niche, or just not worth the effort. Most things come down to farm the way you enjoy. Farming speed matters less than having fun, and if you burn yourself out grinding, what is the point? If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and drop a sub, I'd really appreciate it. And if I missed something important, let me know in the comments, I'll be reading them and might pin anything major that I overlooked. Anyways, good luck out there with farming, and as always, peace out.